don't feel as if I know you. You take up all my time. The days are long and the nights will throw you away, 'cause the sun don't shine. Nobody ever mentions the weather can make or break your day. Nobody ever seems to remember life is a game we play. We live in the shadows and we had the chance and threw it away. And it's never gonna be the same, 'cause the years are falling by like the rain. It's never gonna be the same till the life I knew comes to my house and says hello. There ain't no sense in feeling lonely. They've got no faith in you, but I've got a feeling you still owe me. So wipe the shit from your shoes. Nobody ever mentions the weather can make or break your day. Nobody ever seems to remember life is a game we play. We live in the shadows and we had the chance and threw it away. And it's never gonna be the same, 'cause the years are falling by like the rain. It's never gonna be the same till the life I knew comes to my house and says hello, hello. Said it's good to be back, it's good to be back. Hello, hello. Said it's good to be back, it's good to be back. Hello, hello. Said it's good to be back, it's good to be back. Hello, hello, hello.
And just like Oasis once said, hello, hello, it's good to be back. Oh, was that Gary Glitter? Anyway, welcome into another video. Today, 8th of April 2022, is the release of the A500 Mini, and I have it in my possession. I pre-ordered it a while ago and I chose to go pick it up from store just to give that sort of experience on, like, you know, when I first bought an Amiga back in 1992. It was the Wild, Weird and Wicked pack, which I have up on my shelf. Now, I know, and we all know, it's not a real Amiga. They can't use the Commodore name or the Amiga name or stuff like that. So A500 Mini it is. Now, today I'm just going to sort of, like, you know, unbox it. You've seen all the videos on YouTube of all the big YouTubers doing it, so yeah, this is just my sort of take on it. I've also got a bonus sort of USB floppy disk. So the 25 games that are on it, I'm going to have a little whale with that first. Then I'm going to download the WHD load pack from Retro Games website. You will have to excuse me today. Feeling a little bit under the weather. I've got some sort of cold, or maybe COVID, I don't know. Maybe it is COVID, I don't know. So this thing cost me 114 UK pounds. And it is a nice addition to the collection. Like, as I said, I've got various Amigas. I've got, like, well, 8 1200s, a couple of 500s, and a couple of 600s. So I'm thinking, you know, as much as it's nice to play on real Amigas and stuff like that, it's also nice to have some sort of new Amiga product. I know it's not Amiga, but you know what I mean. Will it replace that? That is a Raspberry Pi 3B, and essentially it is running as an Amiga 4000. Very nice bit of kit and a very nice case, if I don't say so myself. Also, this, the Pi 400, it's getting used at the moment for Chris Edwards' Pi Amiga, which is a fantastic bit of software. So, you know, one thing that I struggled with in the past when I got into the Amigas, and I still struggle with to this day, is actually installing WHD load on a CF card or SD card. So to have this sort of like new product just to sort of like all set up for you, and you know, it's an A500, it's Amiga 500 essentially. It also runs the AGA games as well. And it's just a simple case of plugging your USB stick into your computer, downloading the WHD load package from the website, sticking it in, and away you go. There's no faffing with, like, you know, doing it through the Win UAE emulation as I used to do, sort of like with little success. So to have this, and I know the purists are out there saying it's not an Amiga, it's not this, it's not that. Personally, I couldn't give a shit. You know what I mean? It looks good. It looks good. Even if you just buy it to put on your shelf, £114 as a nice Amiga 500 or A500 doorstop. You know, so yeah, all good in the hood. Let's get this thing open. Right, so on the floor we go. Let me just take this off. Yeah, George Tui A500 Mini. Take that back off. Just look at how gorgeous that box is. Nice glossy embossed A500. Wow, yeah, I really like that. Really like that. What you don't get, and what you don't get nowadays pretty much with everything, is an adapter, a power adapter. So let's get this open. Now for the first time in 30 years, she's up here. Let me just get my snot rag out the way. There she is. Not my original one, but the very first Amiga I bought. There's my dancing Amiga, Amiga 1200 Dynamite, Despot Dynamite, Fast and Furious, Race and Chase, Batman pack, which I'll get that out in a minute because I want to do a size comparison. Technologies pack, Comic Relief, and hiding under there is the Computer Combat pack. Anyway, back to the A500 Mini. So what we've got here now, oh wow, wow, that is a serious piece of kit. Complete if you want to use it with a dust cover. Now, wow, I'm absolutely blown away, to be honest with you. Look at that. Now, as we know, the keyboard is non-functioning. Neither is the disk drive. On the back here, we have power button, USB-C power, HDMI out, and 3 USBs. The A500 Mini 2022 Retro Games Limited, serial number quadruple 06517, and you've got the little sort of like piece taken out of the Boing ball. Yeah, really nice that. A really nice machine. It just feels so weird having that in the palm of your hand. It's just wow, unbelievable. So yeah, as I say, you could use that if you wanted to as a dust cover. Works well. Right, you've got your quick guide, although it's not going to really, you don't really need a university sort of like degree to work out what you need to do. Well, that's nice, isn't it, on the back of that. Right, so first off we have the mouse. So this is one I really anticipated getting. This is one that I'll use for various things, not just for the Mini itself. So we have a shortened down version. That's the HDMI lead as well. We have a shortened down version of the original tank mouse. Obviously we've got rid of the ball now, so we don't need them balls nowadays. Yeah, that was really nice, that. USB. Wow, that is just nuts. That is nuts. Now, onto this controller. I'm going to say, like I've said in previous videos, I am not a fan of this controller. I did not play Amiga games back in the day with one of them. When I briefly had a CD32, yeah, I did. And this is just sort of based on or off the CD32 controller. Now, I sort of wondered why Retro Games included this the way they did. You know, obviously some licensing must have stopped them from using like a copied Zipstick or Competition Pro. But having read through the article in the magazine that they brought out with the A500 mini special, they've done it because they want to obviously target the younger market as well. And what they say is the younger market have grown up using controllers. So to give them a joystick, you know, it wouldn't really be, well, fair, if they say, I think. I don't know. I mean, sort of like you're trying to capture the younger audience. Now, the younger audience have grown up on controllers, and the younger audience have also grown up with 4K HD graphics. So to try and sort of like capture the young audience with graphics, what they would deem as shit, you've got to sort of like, you've got a bit of a job to do there. So, you know, don't get me wrong, it's a nice controller. It feels nice in the hand. It doesn't feel cheap. Nice and clicky. Yeah, well made. Really well made. Nice long lead as well. All us sort of like old school Amiga gamers brought up on Zipsticks. I can't play the likes of Speedball 2, Lotus 2 with that. It just, to be honest, I mean, to be honest with you, it just doesn't seem right in my opinion. You know, it's like, no. So I'm going to test it out, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to be using it. As I say, I've got a Competition Pro USB there, so I'm going to try that. If it works, someone said the firmware might need updating, and so you may not be able to sort of use it, maybe on only the controller you get with it. I've just noticed as well that you get the lead. I know it says AC. I got confused. I thought AC adapter meant the whole thing, but yeah, to give me a nice long lead as well. So I'm not going to put this on just yet. I'm just going to turn it on, set it up, and see how it runs, and just show you. You know, I know you've seen it before previously in other videos that people have done, but as I say, this is just my sort of unboxing. It's, you know, I wasn't going to buy this machine and not make a video. Let's face it. So yeah, let's get it all set up and take this head camera off as well because it's doing me head in. Right, okay, so we're all set up. Time to power this beast on for the very first time. So you've got your power LED that comes on, it turns red. Now we should get some sort of boot up screen. Nice. 1280 by 720. Right, so we are English. B is next. 50 hertz, yeah. Television test actually go on. We'll end in 15. Apologies for the noise outside. The council have decided to start cutting the grass. Yeah, we'll have apologies. Television test will end. Right, okay, accept. Okay, we're in. Just check I have got correct exposure. Yes. Right, just lower that down a bit. So you're presented with a rather nice menu. 25 games. Some of them I've never played before, and some of them I don't want to play. What can we start off with? What can we start off with? It's going to have to be Speedball 2. I just want to see how that sort of plays. Nice. Okay. What do you think, cats? One player game, knockout, press fire. Just escape that one, I can't be asked.
Get ready.
Well, it certainly plays well. Certainly plays well. As for the controller, no, it's. I mean, I'm only one game in, and to be honest with you, it's not working for me. Goal. There's a goal here. There's a goal. Right, okay, home. We'll try another one. Right, I'll tell you what, we'll go with Alien Breed 3D because I wanted to see how this plays as well. One player game, the gates, play game. I have got it on my 1200 with an 030 processor. Accelerated card, but it runs like a bag of spanners. So yeah, I just when I seen this game that was sort of like announced, I thought, oh, that's it's well worth a punt, that one. I do quite like it, I must say. I do quite like it. So small. I'll say if you want to use a keyboard, plug your own in. You got a spare USB socket there as well. Right, for some reason play a game. That's it, that's better. I don't quite know. Can we have display options? Oh, I see. You press menu and you get a keyboard. That's cool. The two Amiga symbols as well. So how do we get display options? Because I'm not. No, that. For me, I like display options. So it's the fit screen. Oh well, I'll come back to that one. And we'll try Chaos Engine. Yeah, Chaos Engine. Cats are asleep on the floor. What are you doing up there? Got one ear on the floor. Whoa! It says AA version. Does that mean AGA version? This is a brilliant game, this. What a pumping soundtrack. Again, it works well, it runs really well. It's sort of like nearly full screen. It's not too blocky, but it's this controller again. It's getting in the way. of this. Oh, dead. It's smooth, really smooth. But yeah, this darn controller is just, I mean, at least what they could have done was put thumbsticks on it, or at least one thumbstick. Come on. That is, no one uses that no more. No one plays a game like that in this day and age, modern gaming. So if you're trying to capture the younger audience never use one of them. They don't even know what it is. That's my only complaint so far, is the controller. It's just, nah, it doesn't work for me. Right, what we'll do is, I like this is nice and smooth. All just flows nicely and just nice ambient music. Project X. Oh, I see, so up, down, save. Oh, that's nice. Project X. One good thing about W8 Load as well is, why won't this thing work? Do the usual trick. Yeah, sorry, what was I saying? One good thing about W8 Load is there's no waiting time for loading. It's sort of instant. If it was an ADF emulator, you'd have to wait for the times you'd wait if it was a floppy disk. That's the beauty of W8 Load. There's no sort of like hanging around. Brilliant game, this.
Destroy waves for power-ups.
It's very, very responsive, I must say, the controller, but yeah, it's not precise. That's the word I'm looking for.
Select now for.
I mean, you're more likely to get killed using one of these than you are a joystick.
Plasma.
I mean, the buttons are mapped to the game, like, so after I play this game, I'm gonna try the Competition Pro and see. I mean, I've got buttons on there that are sort of like, you know, these ones as well, so.
Approaching asteroid belt.
Yeah, it works really well. Runs nice and smooth.
Select now for speed up.
Yeah, I was thinking, is this enough for me to get rid of me pies and stuff like that? The Pi 400, no, because the Pi 400 can be used for other things other than Amiga emulation, stuff like that. There's other emulation you can use with that. The Pi 3B will probably go. And, you know, this little machine now, W8 Load, I am a huge fan of, so yeah, very nice. Right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will turn this off and I will hook up my Competition Pro and I'll see how it goes. Right, okay, I've got the Competition Pro Extra by Speedlink. I've got it plugged in the hope that it'll work. Let's power it on. Really nice clicky joystick, that. So I've got the usual 2 buttons on it. I've done a video on this in the past, and I've got these 2 buttons as well, so we could have problems here because we haven't got the left and right. So straight off, it works. So let's press fire. Problems there. That one works. So yeah. Let me just have a quick game of Zool, just test it. I've nearly pressed the space bar then. Right. Yeah, I didn't think it'd work. So we've got up, down. Huh? What's that? That must be the home button. Right, that's the keyboard button. So the fire button is on the right, which, let's have a look, is it a bit of a problem? Yeah. Like I said, I did a read somewhere or hear somewhere that there's going to be some sort of future firmware update to maybe get something like this working. So, let me try another one. Another world. It doesn't really matter because I'll tell you what, whatever game I play, I've got that. Pinball Dreams, I know I definitely will not be able to play it because I'm assuming that these have been mapped to sort of work with the flippers. So it'll just work with like games like Project X, let me see, Speedball 2, but I see you've got that sort of issue with the button. I've had issues in the past with this, with the pies and that. And I sort of like went to swap the buttons around, but I couldn't really be bothered, so yeah. Let's try one more game. Alien Breed Special Edition 1992. Oh, that music. Oh. Wow. Say the up and down works. Sound. Start game. It's whether or not you're prepared to sort of like do that. That button works as a home button. That's great. Just press that, go back to there. But as I say, you know, auto fire is off. Don't need it anyway. So yeah, that button doesn't work. Yeah, it works. It's just needs a bit of work, should we say. Yeah, I do like this. I do like this little machine, I must say. Really impressed with it so far. I mean, straight off the bat, it's really, really nicely packaged. And it looks amazing. Maybe, if sales are good, in the future, I know they won't bring out an A1200 version, but this runs AGA games, so they're probably thinking, what's the point? But it would be nice to have a little sort of baby 1200 there, but I can't see it happening. I mean, you might even see these on eBay cheap soon, because all the younger generation will probably play it for 5 minutes and end up going, no, it's not for me. Put it on eBay. Yeah. Right, what we'll do is I'll turn this off and I'll put the gamepad back in, and we'll wrap this video up, I think. Right, so my final thoughts on this machine is, yes, I really like it. Amazing bit of kit. Yeah, something I've sort of like, well, something the whole community have sort of wondered, will there ever be an Amiga or a mini Amiga released? We've had the SNES, NES, Mega Drives and all that, so, you know, C64. So why not have an Amiga? You know what I mean? It just makes sense. Now, size comparison, we've got this massive ghetto blaster of an A500 here. This is from my Batman pack. And, you know, back in the day, wow, if you wanted a setup like this, you were looking at least a 6-foot fucking table. You know, I mean, this A500 Mini is just nicely sort of slotted there. We don't have CRTs. I mean, obviously I use CRTs still. We all use CRTs, but normal average Joe who's not like a retro gamer and wants to get into the Amiga won't have a CRT. So I have 2 CRTs in this room, believe it or not. LCDs are the way forward, unfortunately, nowadays. So with this A500 Mini and an LCD TV, yeah, it is happy days. So yeah, this thing is an absolute beast. You know, I mean, wowza, just to, you know, and it's heavy as well. So yeah, if you're to do a size comparison, you know, look at it. 30 years of hate never stopped me dreaming. It's just a pity that the USB wasn't here, so you could slot your little USB drive in there. But yeah, my final thoughts are it is a really, really nice bit of kit, and nicely priced too. £114 for me was just like, yeah, happy days. It actually fell on payday, so I pre-ordered it. The money went out last night. Happy days. So yeah, there's not really much else to say on, you know, sort of like in terms of like specs. I'm not going to open it up, and I'm not going to be saying blah blah blah. One thing it isn't, it's not a Pi, it's not a Raspberry Pi, it's just a, you know, it's a their own sort of thing. There is a video, Retro Recipes done a fantastic video where he actually stripped the thing down, opened it up, and he sort of got the board under a microscope and went through all the chips and stuff like that. So I'm not going to bother opening it, and I'm not going to go into it, because for me there's just no point. So yeah, say the 25 games on it are good. Let me just double check Pinball Dreams actually, because wow, that's instant load up that. Right, how did you move? Like, that's a bit of a weird one, because to select the table you had to press an F key. So the flippers work. That's a weird one, that. Right. Let me just try that again. Right, Pinball Dreams. Okay. So we've got F1 to F4 to select the table. Now, obviously it says hit spacebar. So how do you select the table if you haven't got the keyboard plugged in? Or is it by colour? So these are the F keys now, I take it? Right, okay, so let's have a go with this. Oh, this is weird. Right, okay. Okay. I see. I mean, in all honesty, I think that this game is best played on one of these. Mainly because back in the day, you had to sort of sit real close to the telly and you couldn't really see what was going on half the time. So now you can just sit back, relax, and just use those two little shoulder buttons to play. So I'll be playing quite a lot of this game because I quite like Pinball Dreams and Illusions and all that whatnot. Yeah, sound, that does me. Right, as I say, I'm not going to bother downloading the W8 Stilo package today. I'll probably be on a separate video. So all that has left me to say is, yeah, if you're thinking of buying it and you're thinking of getting into the Amiga, by all means buy it. The 25 games you get on it, yeah, good games. Pardon me. You can also download another, what is it, 4,000 games or whatever. So yeah, all's good in the hood there. Yeah, it's going to become a real nice part of my collection. So yeah, cheers for watching as always, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
Chewie!